When I try to, think about, okay, what made me good as a big leaguer, it goes back to all those lessons I was taught in Little League with good coaches, starting with my dad.
I got a chance to watch you on your videos working with infielders, and it just blew me away. And so when I went down to Austin and I was able to watch you kind of interact with guys and pick your brain with your infielders and watch you work the drills, I mean, how great a player you were is nothing to how great you are as a instructor, a coach, a mentor to these younger players. Have you always been this competitive? Because you're competitive in how you coach, and I know you were competitive in how you played. Were you always this competitive? Is it something that you just always every play was just got to be this way?
Yeah, at a young age, like I said, my dad was my coach, so I'd start there. That everything was important, and he started with ball security. So from my first days that I can remember, when I was playing catch, it was all about taking care of the baseball, and I definitely wasn't one of those kids that didn't listen to their dads, or my dad doesn't know any better. What my dad said went, and I wanted to make him happy, let's say, and the things that he was teaching me, I found myself getting better and better. So like I said, it starts with catch play, and then we used to do in and out, as you guys know. I'm definitely a big fan of in and out, just because that's where I learned all the basics of everything's got to be perfect. You got to be
Where'd
lined
you
up, and it had to be perfect. That's the only way we got to anything else. So there was plenty of days where it was over and over and over, and we might not get to take batting practice that day. So I think that installed those. The defense is important. Taking care of the baseball is important. So I remember always being perfectly lined up in case the throw went over my head, it went to second base or third base, whatever it was, and then always playing catch. And if I wanted to make an off balance throw, I still had to put it in the first baseman's chest. So I think always being challenged every single day to be perfect. When I try to, think about, okay, what made me good as a big leaguer, it goes back to all those lessons I was taught in Little League with good coaches, starting with my dad.